I am Jake Zander, a recent university graduate that I have a job with a decent salary, but recently, I received news from home that my mother was very ill and my family did not have enough money to pay for her hospital bills. So, I got another job doing deliveries at night in hopes to earn more money. That it was 12 a.m. when I received a delivery for adult toys. The client left a remark saying that it was urgent, and they would give me tips if I managed to deliver the order within 10 minutes. This was the reason why I hurried to the address. It was a high-end 5-star hotel. Just as I was about to knock on the door, I received a message on the delivery app. You don't have to knock. The door is open. All you need to do is go in without saying anything. I did not think much about it and just went in, but the scene before me made my face burn red. That a scantily dressed woman was kneeling on a red, heart-shaped bed. Her fair, long legs were covered by black stockings, and her long hair was loose. She had her back turned toward me. Her lips moved, and she moaned in such a manner that I felt my heart race. That I had never seen such an exciting image before, and I felt heat pool in my gut. The woman seemed to be restless from all the waiting, because she started moving her hips, as if she was extending an invite. Honey, aren't you done yet? Come here. I can't wait anymore, she said coquettishly. That I quickly looked around but found no one else in the room. Who was the person she was referring to? Had he gone out? My gut screamed at me that I should not stay here any longer, so I put down the bag and turned to leave. But at that moment, I received another message. Don't say anything and bring her pleasure. You can use the toys in the bag. Once you're done, I'll give you $100,000 for it. $100,000? With that money, I would be able to pay for my mother's surgery right away. An internal battle waged within me. The client seemed to be worried that I would not believe them, since I received $1,000 and another message. Your deposit. I gritted my teeth and decided to risk it all. I would only be satisfying this thirsty woman's desire anyway. This could be considered as charity on my part. The woman might even be looking for excitement and just putting on an act. There was no time to think any further. The moans of the woman on the bed were making me unable to think straight. Her voice was getting louder, and she was writhing more and more. That I could not resist, and the last thread of my rationality snapped. That I opened the bag and brought out one of the toys to put in her. The woman had a curvaceous body that was almost perfect. As the toy teased her, she trembled, and her skin became covered in a thin sheen of sweat. That I could not stop staring. Her cries made my body heat up. The veins on my hands popped up, and I went faster. Then, after a loud scream and some violent shaking, my arm became wet. This completed my task, so I grabbed a Kleenex and wiped my arm. As I watched the woman pant in a limp pile in bed, I felt a strange sensation in my heart. That I was so hot, but I had no way to vent, and it was a horrible feeling. To make things worse, I had a beautiful woman lying in front of me, and was free to do whatever I wanted with her. In truth, I was almost unable to control myself. But in order to not get into trouble and for my family to go through the crisis in peace, I decided to go to the bathroom to take care of my problem. After I got out of the hotel, I received a message telling me that I received $100,000. For a moment, I was immersed in the joy of getting the money and meeting a beautiful woman. That I got onto my e-bike and went home. The cold night breeze blew against my face and gradually cleared my muddled thoughts. There seemed to really be such things as free lunches, but the chances of running into them were not high. Once I calmed down, I searched through my phone for the last order and noted down the client's phone number. That I then went to our chat and screenshotted all of the messages they sent me. I also screenshotted the reward in order to prevent anything from happening in the future. After I saved all of the proof, I transferred the $100,000 to my family's account. Then my mother recovered, and I stopped doing delivery work. In time, I also forgot about the incident. But a few months later, I ran into the woman from that night again.